Toastmaster Jasmin Mampilli, Quiet Wisdom. Quiet Wisdom, Toastmaster Jasmin Mampilli.
As she walked past the door, she paused to scan the room. Her eyes, sharp and brown, her body poised. And as she resumed walking, you could tell that her intentions were elsewhere. My dear Toastmasters and guests, in 2017, straight out of university with zero business skills, I decided to start my own little business. I would design my own graphics, have them printed on custom t-shirts, and then retail them at several pop-ups throughout the UAE. In 2018, though, a year into it, and I was struggling with sales. My biggest pain point was my marketing skills. Because like every other designer, I was obsessed with my art. Shifting that one flower 0.0001 centimeters to the left was more important than showing up and being visible. Now, little did I know that very summer, things were about to change. That I was going to learn via the quiet wisdom of an unconventional mentor about why trust is important in business. Her name was Angie, and she was an orange, regal Persian cat. Somewhere around July 2018, my mother offered to babysit a friend's cat. Now, being a dog person, I wasn't thrilled one bit. Who would want to be responsible for a being that gives so much feedback, leaps onto high surfaces where you can't even get them down, and most importantly, has major trust issues? Yet, as Angie confidently walked into the room that day, I found myself involuntarily running towards her, just like those shopkeepers waiting to hound a customer. And despite her tail very clearly articulating that she did not want to be held, I scooped her up into my arms, and within seconds, she slips out, runs away, and hides underneath one of the sofas. Rejected, I feel a frustration so familiar that I decide to ignore her for the next couple of days. Now, a few days pass, and I can feel a pair of eyes watching me from underneath the sofa as I half-heartedly respond to another customer over my phone. A client of mine has posted a picture of one of my t-shirts cut up and worn from the back to the front, because the client felt that the artwork should be seen in the front and not at the back. Ready to draft an essay explaining why, I suddenly feel the cat brush against me, and it hits me. I was so ready and eager to sabotage the relationship with this customer. I didn't give them a chance to even hear what they had to share. Kind of like what I did with this cat when she first walked into my space. I didn't make her feel safe. Instead, I threw my emotions at her. There was lesson number 1. Emotional intelligence is built via trust. And as I backtrack through all of the messages shared by customers who were sharing constructive and not fault-finding feedback, this started to settle in my brain. A few weeks in, and Angie's making a couple of more appearances. She's now perching on top of one of the cabinets while my mom is yelling at her to get down. And as I watch her smirking at us, signaling that she's very confident with taking those risks of being up there, I realized that over the past few days, I've been observing her look at every single piece of furniture in the house, studying the drawers, the surfaces, the chairs, in order to observe how far she can leap via those surfaces. Kind of like what she was doing on the first day that she walked in. Or lesson number 2. Trust is built via consistent and thoughtful actions. As I reflect on my time with Angie, I realized while I may have not understood her complex mannerisms, I can vouch for the fact that the lesson she taught me in trust and business was crystal clear. Earning even 0.0001% of a client's trust can have a profound impact in the way that a client perceives a business. By implementing and learning the feedback that I took in from the customers and adjusting it via small designs in my collections, I did see a sustainable growth in my sales by the time I reached 2019. It is via this process that, much like Angie's calculated leaps onto high cabinets, I learned that business and trust requires thoughtful actions, consistent efforts, and patience. If we apply all three of those, ultimately, we have the opportunity to reach greater heights. Over to you.